So this is just a short video on how to set up a Pro Tools session for your sound engineering and production assessment, looking at creating tracks, sending those tracks to a master channel, creating a headphone mix and a master for the headphones, and then also how to create a click track and also any reverb, which can also be sent to the headphones. So with the Pro Tools open, I'm going to go up to File. I'm going to create a new session, just a blank one. I can change my audio settings if I want, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to name my session and save it to the desktop. Then it will create a blank session for me, which I can now start to fill in with tracks. So I'll go track, new. I'm going to create 6 audio tracks, mono. And then I'm going to rename them kick, snare, overhead left, overhead right, and bass and guitar. That's going to be my 6 channels. Then what I'm going to do, once I've named these channels, I'm actually going to take the bass channel and the guitar channel and colour them. I'm going to command click this just to select that single track, and then I can recolour the tracks using the colour palette, just so I know which tracks are which when I'm looking at the session. So you'll see that the first channel has been set to input 1 and the second to input 2 and so on and so forth, so that's going to be okay. And our outputs are automatically going to 23 and 24, which is going to be our main mix. So let's create a master for that. So a stereo master fader, which is going to allow us to view our overall level for all these channels. And again, I'm just going to rename that mix and check my output and make sure that that's at 23 and 24, which is our mix output. Okay. Next, I'm going to create another stereo master. This time it's going to be for our headphones to control our overall headphone level. So I'll change that to headphone 1. And again, I'll check my output and make sure it's actually picking up 19 and 20, which is headphone 1. Now, to send any of these tracks to my headphone mix, I have to actually send them there. So using a send, I'm going to go output and just send that channel out to 19 and 20. And then that will route that channel to our master. I'm going to make it pre-fade and turn my fader up a little bit. The reason I make it pre-fade is when I turn the level down here, it's not going to change the level that comes out of the headphone mix. So they're two completely separate things. Now, if I hold down Alt, I can click and drag across and copy that headphone send to all my audio channels. Next, I'm going to create a click track, which is done easily just through the track menu, and it's automatically going to 23 and 24. But I want to send this to the headphones as well, so again I'll just option click and drag, and that'll copy my headphone send, and now my click is going to my headphones. Now when I pull the level down up here in the send, notice how the level in the mix stays the same. So the control room stays the same no matter what. But then if I pull down the main fader, look at what happens to the headphones. The headphones remain, the click remains in the headphones because it's a pre-fade send. Very important, that. Next, I'm going to create a reverb, a channel for my reverb. So again, track, new, a stereo aux. And again, I'm just going to rename this reverb. Pull it over next to my click track. So if I wanted to add reverb to anything like the guitar, for instance, I need to remember to send it to the headphones. So again, I'll option and click and drag across. And now I need to set the input. I'm going to use bus 1 and 2 because that's the first available bus. And now if I want to send anything to this reverb, like I'm doing here, just create a send to bus 1 and 2, and then I can now control how much of this particular channel is going to the reverb. So if I want more reverb, I just pull this little fader up and I'll get some reverb out through my aux channel. Last thing I need to do, I've actually forgotten to create a reverb plugin. So I'm just going to go over to my reverb channel, create a reverb plugin, and obviously you can use any preset here you want. But then you can now send reverb both to the headphones and to the main mix in the control room, because it's 19 and 20 for the headphones and 23 and 24 for the main mix. So that's all you need to do to create a blank session to record.